Getting to finally see it out in the sun, all painted, makes me so happy. It looks pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna pretend it looks perfect, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I've got a Nardo Gray RX7. That's what I wanted. It's perfect. Or no, but it's close. It needs some love, like some wet sanding and stuff, but it looks pretty good. And well, that's what we're gonna be doing today, guys. Wet sanding, putting the car back together, and finishing it up. Now, I doubt that we are going to finish wet sanding the entire car because that is a long process. It's gonna take a while. Gotta wet sand it and then buff it multiple times just to get the orange peel all out of there and to get like a nice, smooth, even finish. But it will be worth it. Oh, you hear the diesel in the background? I can't start wet sanding quite yet because the clear coat hasn't quite cured. It's been sitting here for like 12 hours. I want to give it 24 hours before I start sanding it and scuffing it, you know, and working with it. So for now, what we're gonna do is reassemble parts of the car, put the fenders on, put the bumpers on, put the mirrors on, put the spoiler on, and that's it. We're gonna leave the lights and stuff off. The other thing I want to do today is quickly paint up the headlight bezels. I got some overspray and stuff on these, so we're gonna paint them gloss back, make them look nice. And also probably tear down the paint booth because I want my shop back. This thing has been taking up a lot of room and we ain't doing no more painting, hopefully, so it can go. I feel like I forgot what this car looked like with fenders and a bumper on. Definitely have to change up the gray wheels though. Yeah, I don't like it with this car anymore. I'm just gonna get them powder coated a different color because I do like the shape. I just don't like the color of this. It looks like a car again, yay! All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull the RX7 into the paint booth. We're gonna pull it in here, bolt in the remaining bolts holding the fenders and the bumpers on and together, raise the coilovers a little bit, and also I've got these spacers I wanna try, bolt in the front lip, I think that's it. Look at what this is. You guys have been wanting this for a while, so there's that. And this is what we want today. As you can probably tell, these are some spacers. 30mm hub-centric spacers for this car. I got them because I was going to be getting the wider front fenders, but then the fenders were back ordered for like 7 weeks, so I canceled my order on the fenders, but it was too late to cancel the order on the spacers. So I have spacers, but no fenders. We're gonna try to make the spacers work. Not really, I just wanna see what they look like with the spacers on, and see if maybe if we add a little bit of camber, if we can fit it. So I wanted to add more camber anyway. And you guys have been complaining about the fitment on this car. It's trash. So we'll see. But no matter what, don't worry, they are good quality spacers. I spent way too much money on them. So yeah. Oh yeah. Nice and tight fitment. Fitment with these spacers might not actually be too bad. Ooh, ooh, buddy. Ooh, a little bit more camber. This will be meant. This side's a little worse because of the dented fender, but still, just with a little bit of camber, it'd be fine. And that kind of means that if I ever do get the 30mm wider fenders, I'm gonna need a bigger spacer because the thin one's gonna be trash if I do that. The headlight bezels are nice and dry and looking real good, so we're gonna go ahead and put those on. You know, those almost look too nice. All right, so I made a little diagram here to show why orange peel happens. It doesn't really make sense, but whatever. The very bottom layer of a car is obviously metal, and that is nice and smooth. Then you paint primer, base coat, and then when you do clear coat, you have to put a lot of clear coat on so it becomes wavy at the top. So what you do is you sand it down until it's nice and flat, and then you polish it. So that's essentially what we're doing. We're sanding down the clear coat until it's nice and flat, and then we're gonna polish it. You know, I'm kind of tired of walking around the paint booth when I want to get in, and it's no longer really, you know, worth anything, so I'm just gonna make a nice little hole here. Oh yeah, there we go. Much easier. I'm gonna start off by cleaning and wetting the surface. Oh yeah, look at that. Get all that dust off of there. Now I'm gonna go one panel at a time. Pretty much what I'm gonna do. Get my 2000 grit sandpaper, make sure it's nice and wet, make sure my surface is nice and wet, and pretty much start sanding. I have to be careful because I want to sand the clear coat so it's smooth and no longer orange peely, but I don't want to sand it so much where there's no more clear coat. So I just have to be patient. I'd rather sand not quite enough and have a little bit of orange peel after I'm all done than sand too much and have to re-clear coat it. Still needs a little bit more on the edges. Alright, so that's all wet sanded. It's nice and smooth. Pretty much no orange peel. Now we have to buff it to make it glossy again. See how it's smooth but no longer glossy? That's what we have to fix now. I'm using some medium cut buffing compound. So now it's nice and glossy, but in order to get the scratches off, we have to use a finer grit cutting compound. So that's the orange peely front bumper, and that is the non-orange peely headlight cover. As you can tell, that worked quite well. See how the reflection of the light is all bumpy? And then it's all smooth. Bumpy, smooth. So yeah, that definitely works. The only thing is that it took me about 20 minutes to do this one headlight. We have an entire car. So it's gonna take a while. Also, I'm not sure if you can tell. No, you can't tell. There are a little bit of scratches in here, so I think I wanna go over it with an even finer polishing compound later. But for now, this will work. It looks good. It's nice and smooth. It looks a little bit deeper, smoother, obviously. It doesn't make it perfect because the paint underneath it is still a little bit orange peely, but it makes it so much better. Like, this is as good as a new car is. It's like a mirror. It's awesome. So, sweet. Sanding just the hood took like an hour. My hands are killing me, so I'm taking a little break. Playing some Forza 7. Hopefully all you guys are enjoying this game. I'm liking it so far. A couple of you guys were asking for some Forza 7 videos. I'm not opposed to the idea. Kind of debating making a second channel for gaming and doing a gaming video every once in a while. So if you guys are interested in that, comment it or something. Now, when I started the process of painting this car, I told you guys that no matter what happens, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is me being honest with you. I think I might have screwed up. I wet sanded the entire hood with 1500 grit, which the clear coat says is fine, so 1500 grit. Then I buffed it with a high cutting compound, this stuff right here, about 5 times. And then I went with this much lower compound buffing stuff about 3 times, and it still isn't quite shiny. I mean, it's shiny, but it's not glossy. I mean, like, that's glossy. It's like satin. It's not as glossy as I'd like. Maybe I sanded too much of the clear coat. Maybe, I don't really know. Maybe I didn't wait long enough for the clear coat to harden. But that's why I'm asking you guys, because there are a lot of you who are smart and know stuff about bodywork, so what did I do? I'm confused. It feels nice and smooth, it feels good, it's a little bit swirly and it's not glossy. So, I don't know. I'd much rather have a little bit of orange peely glossy car than a not orange peely satin car. So I'm just gonna stop where I am. I think now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, since I'm not gonna continue buffing and wet sanding, is put the tails back in and put all the side lights back in. Took off the space there, so I'm back to that sad fitment gang. Once I get something that allows me to adjust front camber, I'll put them back on and then we'll get some camber and it'll be perfect. It's beautiful. So beautiful. If you guys don't remember what this car used to look like before the paint job, let me show you. Yeah, it's not great. What do you guys say that we take it around the block? Well, not the block, but down the street. It hasn't driven in like 2 weeks. I think it's time. Clear out the carbon, you know? That's what I gotta do. Red line. So good. Oh God, I forgot what a level diff feels like. It's terrible. Feels like something's breaking. I miss driving this thing, guys. So yeah, that was awesome. Now it's time to tear down this hunk of junk. This should be fun. It doesn't really matter what I do, you can kind of rip it apart. So yeah. I forgot how nice it was to have an open garage where I could get more than one car in. Oh, it's so nice to be back. I missed you. It's a little bit oversprayy everywhere, but it's not too bad. Taking that down wasn't too difficult. It was just a little bit tiring. I whacked it with a machete. Yeah, that's how I took it down. That was my tool of choice. As you can tell, I care about my walls a ton. But you know what? I think that's gonna be it, guys. I don't really know what else I have to do. RX7's all put back together. We didn't wet sand it and buff it. Well, we did. It kind of failed. Before any of you guys say I can't wax it yet, if that's what you're going to say, clear coat needs to breathe and like really settle before you can wax it. Waxing it, it's not good for it right away. So I have to wait like a month plus before I can wax it. So I can't do that. That's not gonna make it shinier. I can't do that right now. I'm not gonna drive it home tonight. I do want the clear coat to harden a little bit more. I feel like it's a little soft still. So I'll drive it home in a couple of days or something. In the next video, we're gonna be adding more boost to the Rally Miata, doubling it actually, so that's gonna be really fun. My arm's tired, I'm tired, I wanna go home, so I'm gonna end the video. Goodbye guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I also just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. A lot of you guys think I did a pretty decent job, and that means a lot to me. It's really awesome seeing all the positive comments, and it makes me very happy, and it makes doing YouTube so much more fun. So thank you. Subscribe if you guys are new. Like, dislike, share the video. It really helps. If you want to support the channel, you can get some key tags. I'll have them in the description below. But yeah, goodbye guys. Peace out.